Hi everyone, welcome back. How is everyone doing? I feel that coming into our, I don't even know what week, third week? It seems longer, but yeah, we've been home since, I'm looking at the calendar. We've been home since the 13th, and today is the 5th of April. So, yeah, I feel like the first 2 weeks, which I did, little clips on, was really an adjustment period. Just really trying to grapple with everything and find our footing. I feel like the past few days have been a lot better as far as just the staying home goes. There's still, everybody, of course, is dealing with the thoughts of loved ones that live outside the house, about their care, thoughts on what the future will hold, thoughts on will there be certain items at the grocery store. All those things are still in our collective minds. But as far as the whole isolation part of staying home, I feel like that's been a lot better because we did obviously had a lot of time to do this, but I was able to really redo my schedule and everything, and just kind of have a little bit more order to our days, and I think that's helped tremendously. I'm actually starting to, not really enjoying this happening, obviously, because of so many lives being affected and so many lives lost and all the uncertainty. But just trying to think of, as far as the staying home part, I am thankful for several things. I am, of course, thankful that my husband still has a job, where I know there are so many people who do not and are struggling with trying to, get unemployment right now and everything. And I'm thankful for the time. I'm actually, now that we've been at it for a while, I am seeing just what has been opened up. Some things that we're able to do that we just didn't have time for in the past, or we just put off. Some things that we've been trying lately, since we have more time and we've built into our new schedule, is like my son has been working on intro to typing and computer skills, which we hadn't really done before. So he's starting to do some intro typing on the computer. We have more time for hobbies. I'm hoping to get out my instruments again and play some music, and we have some plans for doing some art projects. And we've played a lot more board games. We've really been playing Catan Junior, and my son, who's in first grade, loves it. It is now his favorite game, and we've been playing that quite often. So, and we've made time for PE videos, which I don't know why I hadn't really focused on that in the past in our homeschooling. But he had, he has karate, he has a PE class at his co-op, but again, that's just once a week. I guess he's just so active usually all the time that I didn't really worry about it too much. I'm not worried about it, but I'm just saying it wasn't really on my radar. And now we've had the time that, and more resources have been made available, that we are doing more things like PE with Joe, that's on YouTube. I know a lot of people have been into that. And then also we've been finding like kids yoga on YouTube. And so there's we've had more PE opportunities for him. I've had more time to work on researching things on Pinterest and getting new recipe ideas, just learning some new recipes. I am sharing a recipe today. It's not a new one. It's one that we've done for a long time. But today's video, I know I'm rambling at the start, but today's video will be a new chicken recipe that we really enjoy. So hopefully you like it. It is flash roasted crispy ranch chicken. Quite a mouthful, but that's what I'm going to be sharing today. I've also had more time for organizing and for cleaning and or just keeping up with the cleaning, which has been also another blessing. So just things like that. We've had a little bit more time to watch SciShow Kids, Homeschool Pop, Brave Wilderness. Those are some YouTube channels that have been good if you're looking for things. But obviously not having, you know, too much screen time either. We've been spending a lot of time outside. We've had to get a little bit more creative with that because obviously we can't go to playgrounds and things like that right now. So if you're looking for ideas for the backyard, and you know, we obviously play in the backyard, but I feel like we're doing it more now than we had ever done before. Okay, sorry, I had to pause the video there for a second. You probably heard my son crying in the background. He's just recently, as part of the like computer skills thing, he's just started doing a little bit of Minecraft. I know a lot of his friends do that, and he was doing a little bit, getting into that a little bit. And so he's playing that right now while I make this video, and he was having a little meltdown because he thought he'd lost everything he just built. Thankfully, we were able to find it. Like, it's just a game. Okay, anybody? I don't know. So, yeah. But, so, crisis averted. Anybody else's kids get really emotionally... What am I saying? I was somewhat similar when I played Sims, and I'd lost what I did. Wait, not that drastically, but you know what I mean. Anyway, rambling still. I was going to say, before I went out there, I was going to go through a list of suggestions for you if you have kids and you're, you know, like us, not able to take them to a playground, not going out, you know, to play as much at parks and things, and you're really doing a lot more in your own backyard, giving you some ideas. Things that we have been using. Really thankful for our bubble machine right now. I feel like we've been really using our bubble machine. So getting a bubble machine is tip number one. Some wooden blocks that they can play with outdoors. He also has like some Tonka trucks, some construction toys to play with outside. We've done some chalk art, which I talked about last video. So chalk is a good one. Again, bubbles, bubble machine, just outdoor toys, you know. We don't have a playground in our backyard, so we're just, you know, and sometimes it's you know, boredom creates, you know, in and of itself. So sometimes just having them get out there initially, starting him on something, will then evolve into him just playing creatively in the backyard on his own. But some other things we've done the painting rocks. You know how you can paint a rock and then hide it. We're not out hiding them right now, but we're just painting some rocks for when we can do that in the future. And we've done some other painting projects outside. Oh, also, just yard work. He's been helping his dad with some, you know, raking leaves and doing some yard work stuff with him. So that's been good outside time as well. He did play a little bit of baseball, but now that he's gotten older, he can hit the ball farther. And I was telling him, okay, you need to stop hitting it with so much force. And then, well, he hit it into the neighbor's yard. So now I'm like, we're just going to leave it over there for now. Trying to avoid people. And these particular neighbors are never in their backyard. So I don't want to just go to the front door and strike up a conversation about our ball being on their backyard. But yeah, anyway, some things for like small world play. Like he has a fake, pretty realistic looking toad that he plays with out in his yard, or just some like little toys. And then again, you just got to make sure you get them all picked up before you mow. But My husband once did see it out in the yard and thought it was a real toad. But anyway, yeah, so I'm needing more ideas though. I mean, that's some things we've been doing. And again, he also just likes to run around out there too, which is great. But please leave me some comments. I would love some feedback on things you're doing in your own backyard. What are some creative play ideas that you have? Oh, one other thing we did was we had a dig for gemstones kit. So he worked on that. Whenever we have something like that, we do that outside too. So like a little excavation kit to dig up gems. So that's another idea. And I know they have them for fossils as well and things like that. And he's enjoyed that. So, but yes, please give me your ideas. That's just kind of a little rambling update. And the rest of the video will be a chicken meal. I hope you enjoy. I know we all can use some new recipes because we're eating a lot more meals at home. So let's share the love. We'll see you next time. Here's the video. I'm going to be making some flash roasted crispy ranch chicken tonight. And I'm just going to walk through that real quick. This is a can of cream of chicken soup and a packet of ranch seasoning, the dry mix, which is, or an ounce of that. I know sometimes you can get it in a big container. So, and then this is a half cup of milk. Just adding to that. And that's where I'll be starting. And now I've stirred it up and got it all ready. I'm not heating it yet or anything. I just have it here on the stove. Then I want to crunch up 1.5 cups of tortilla chips. Okay, I kind of just crunched those all up. Again, 1.5 cups of just tortilla chips into a bowl. And you might be getting the idea of what we're doing. Yeah, I think I usually use 4 raw chicken breasts for this. And of course it's going to be then, you know, dipping, and then we're also going to be saving this and heating it for the end. But I'll walk you through that here in a second. Then you get your cooking pan, cookie sheet, whatever. You can butter it, or you can line it with parchment. My parchment's just a little bit wet because I set some of the chicken on there for a second, separating. But anyway, so yes, you just line with parchment, or you can butter it or spray. Now I am going to coat these 4 breasts in the mixture. Then put them in the bowl and get the tortilla chips on them. And then I'll be placing them on my cookie sheet. And before I do that, actually, I'm going to go ahead and get my oven ready. And you want to set it to 400. So you'll have it on, once this gets done unlocking. Okay, put it on 400, bake. Goodness, I'll get it one of these days. Okay, and let that preheat while we're getting the chicken ready. Okay, now I've coated the chicken with the cream of chicken mixture and then the tortilla chips, and then I just want to drizzle some melted butter over the top of them. And then once the oven is done preheating, I'll just put that in and at 400. And then I'll bake at 400 for 20-ish minutes or until the chicken is no longer pink. And then you just, you know, you can check it with the thermometer, check it's no longer pink. And then towards the end of the 20 minutes, then you'll want to start up what's left in the saucepan on medium heat. You can heat this reserved soup up to a boil, and then you can serve it with the chicken, especially with rice. I like to make some rice and then pour this mixture over the rice and then put the chicken on top. And it makes for a very yummy meal. You'll see here in just a second. Here it is plated on rice. I heated up the soup. I just kind of put that on the top. And then just the side of vegetables. We're doing green beans tonight. And there you have it. Enjoy!